Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now. Listen, folks, there's a buzz swirling around the Cowboys' secondary, and it's not just chatter. There's real substance behind the speculation. What if I told you that Dallas could be making a move that might elevate their secondary from solid to elite? That's exactly what the rumors are hinting at right now, and it's centered around none other than Patrick Surtain from the Denver Broncos. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, Surtain? The Broncos' lockdown cornerback. Yes, that's the guy, and if this deal happens, it could be a game changer not just for this season, but for the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations in the coming years. Let's break this down. The Broncos, sitting at an impressive 11-2, are in a tricky cap situation, with only around $8 million in cap space for 2025. That's tight. The Broncos are clearly prioritizing extensions for their offensive line and a rebuild of their secondary, especially after some tough lessons in recent seasons. Remember, Denver's secondary took a hit after Von Miller's injury in 2021. They're now looking to rebuild and retool, and Surtain, as one of the league's top cornerbacks, might be on the chopping block. And why wouldn't he be? Surtain, in just 5 seasons, has established himself as a true lockdown corner. He's accumulated over 200 tackles, snagged 12 interceptions, and scored 4 touchdowns on defense. His PFF coverage grades have consistently been in the high 80s, specifically over 88, and he's proven to be a game changer against top receivers. In the 2025 season, despite only playing 13 games, certain stats are eye-opening. 45 solo tackles, 15 assists, 60 combined tackles, 3 interceptions for a total of 50 yards and a touchdown, along with 2 forced fumbles. His PFF grade for coverage was a stellar 89. 2 overall, and his expected points added per target was around 25, indicating he's not just good but elite at limiting big plays. And get this, he allows a YAC yards after catch of just 3.8 yards per reception, which is exceptional, especially against some of the league's best receivers. Plus, he hasn't dealt with any major injuries, which adds to his value. The Broncos, on the other hand, are allowing just 18 points per game, which is respectable, but their secondary has been banged up at times. Remember Week 9 hamstring issues. So they might be willing to part ways with Surtain to free up cap space and focus on developing their young quarterback, Nix. They're trying to avoid stagnation, especially after the post-Von Miller era, which has seen some struggles in the secondary, with big plays given up, an increase of around 15%. Surtain's departure would hurt them, but it would also open up a lot of cap room and draft capital, potentially allowing them to rebuild faster. Now, what about the Cowboys? Well, for Dallas, acquiring Surtain would be a huge boost. Their secondary has been a bit of a roller coaster this season, especially with recent injuries. Diggs, their star corner, has been battling an ankle injury since Week 7. The team is currently sporting a 6-6-1 record, and their secondary has given up a lot of big plays, an alarming 386 points allowed, which is far too high for a team with Super Bowl ambitions. Adding Surtain would be like pouring rocket fuel on this unit, transforming it from a decent group into a true lockdown defense. Imagine a secondary with Surtain locking down one side of the field, complemented by Gilmore's presence, which has already been a huge boost this year. Surtain's addition could cut down projected passing yards by around 100 yards, an enormous impact. His presence would also bump up the EPA per pass defense by roughly 15%, meaning the Cowboys' defense would be significantly more effective at stopping opponents from moving the ball downfield. His ability to shut down top receivers directly correlates with fewer explosive plays, something that has plagued the Cowboys at times this season. And let's not forget the impact on the team's overall confidence. Micah Parsons and the pass rush could finally get the pressure they need, knowing their secondary is fortified with a player of Surtain's caliber. Prescott would have more time and less stress, which is crucial as the team fights for playoff positioning. The Cowboys are currently in a tough spot, but with a player like Surtain, they could elevate their defense to the next level, making them serious contenders come playoff time. And the numbers speak for themselves. The Cowboys' odds of winning the Super Bowl are currently around plus 12-0, but if they can land certain and tighten up their secondary, those odds could shorten dramatically, possibly to plus 500 or even better. Certain is not just a good player. He could be an X factor in the playoffs, especially when it comes to limiting explosive plays from the opposition. In the postseason, game-changing interceptions and tight coverage are often what separate champions from the rest, and Certain's proven track record makes him a perfect piece to help Dallas chase that elusive sixth ring. Now, some fans might wonder about the cost. A second-round pick in the 2026 draft might seem steep, but when you consider the potential payoff, a lockdown corner who can change the entire complexion of your defense, it's a gamble worth taking. The Cowboys have the draft capital and cap space to make this happen, especially if Denver is looking to rebuild their secondary and free up some cap room. The trade would also send a clear message to the NFC East and the league. Dallas is serious about chasing another Super Bowl, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. This move could also have ripple effects throughout the division. If the Cowboys bolster their secondary with a player like Certain, it could leave their NFC East rivals scrambling to keep pace. The Eagles and Commanders are good teams, but the Cowboys' secondary now could be a true strength, making them even more dangerous come playoff time. It's about creating that winning culture, that toughness that defines championship teams, and Certain could be the piece that pushes Dallas over the top. Looking ahead, the Super Bowl odds reflect how much faith Vegas has in the league's top contenders, but a move like this can shift the landscape. Certain's ability to generate turnovers, he's known for his ball skills, and to shut down the league's best receivers makes him a perfect fit for the Cowboys' aggressive defensive philosophy. If Dallas pulls this off, it wouldn't just be a savvy trade, it would be a statement. A statement that they're all in on another shot at the title, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Arlington. In conclusion, adding Patrick Surtain II to the Dallas Cowboys could be a pivotal moment in their season and beyond. It's a move that signals a commitment to excellence and a clear intent to take down the best in the league. The secondary would become a fortress, the defense more balanced, and the entire team's confidence sky-high. With Surtain's proven talent and potential impact, the Cowboys could be on the verge of transforming into a true Super Bowl favorite, making their current fans dream even bigger and their opponents think twice. An exciting time, and if this deal happens, it could be the move that sets the Cowboys on a path to greatness once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Certain is the missing piece that takes Dallas to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, and it helps keep this community engaged and fired up for the season. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned and keep supporting your Cowboys. We're all in this together, and the future looks incredibly promising if these rumors turn into reality. Let's keep the faith, and as always, how about them Cowboys?